Hi guys, TRX Traveler Adam here. In this video we're going to take a look at a little bit of a TRX Giant set. It uses a full range of movement, a partial movement, and then an isometric hold at the end. Let's get to it. This is going to be a giant set for the triceps, using a skull crusher, but we're just going to slightly change it up. I love these giant sets because they exhaust the triceps really well, and they also exhaust it across strength curve, so they exhaust it across different parts. So you've got the full range of movement, you've got a partial, and then you've got a contraction, and they're all just slightly hitting different parts of the tricep. Scientific studies suggest that a lot of the tricep heads are potentially made up of different fibers, so it's good to challenge them up in different ways like this and increase the intensity. So, to begin, we're going to start with the skull crusher, and that's the full range of movement. So we know what a skull crusher is. Shoulder blades contracted back, and you're going to lean right back and let the handles go right behind your head as much as you can and push up. That's a little bit too difficult for me. I'm just going to stand up a bit more. So you're going to lean right back, let them go behind your head, and push right up and really squeeze at the top there. Really contract the triceps, push the handles together if it helps, and slowly back down. Pause and push back up. And squeeze at the top there. I'm tensing my core here because I'm keeping my body really rigid and stable. And back up. And squeeze. So that's the first exercise. Once you've done your rep range, which might be between 7 to 10, you're then going to do partials. So you'd immediately go from this full range of movement, where you're going to be a little bit knackered, into partials. So the partials would just be halfway and push. Halfway and push. Halfway and push. And then when you finally reach your final rep range and you're absolutely exhausted, you're going to do an isometric hold, which is just a solid hold. And you're going to really hold it out there, like that, and squeeze the biceps. I always find it's much better to squeeze the handles as hard as you can here and push them together, and you really get a good contraction in the triceps. My core is also tensing a lot to hold me here, my shoulder girdle, but I'm really trying to focus on squeezing the biceps by pushing down as hard as I can to really engage them. If you find you're not engaging them enough, just simply switch the grip onto the handles, so you're in more of a neutral hammer grip, and you'll find you can probably push down more, like that. So I can really feel it pushing down even more when the grip's that way, as opposed to that way. So, the giant set, that's the full range of exercise. It's the full range of movement, the partial movement, and then the isometric hold at the end. Depending on the rep range, what you're going for, you know, if you want to make it easy, obviously stand out a bit more. We know that the angle, the more you play with the angle, the easier it is, so that would obviously be a lot easier than if I was doing it like this. I always think staying in rep ranges between 6 to 10 is great, and nice and slow, nice and controlled. So the whole movement would be a full range skull crushers, as many as you're going for, nice and slow, contracting. 1, 2, down, and 1, 2, up, squeeze for 1, 2, 1, 2, down. I always like the 2, 2, 2 tempo. And then once you've hit your rep range, you then go partials, which is just halfway, little pumps like this. Don't worry about the tempo here, it's more just pumping, filling the triceps with blood. And then the final one, might need to adjust your feet a little bit, it's just the isometric hold, and I'm pushing as hard as I can, but I'm pushing with my elbows. I'm trying to push with my elbows down as hard as possible to really get a good squeeze out of them. And that's a giant set for triceps. These are great to work into, well, any plan. I certainly work them into a lot of mine. If you're watching this because you're wondering how to do the giant set triceps, that's it. They're great to do back-to-back for the bicep ones as well. You know, you can do a full range of bicep movement. Once you get quite exhausted, halfway pulls, and then just the holds like this as hard as you can. And you mix them back-to-back, your arms are going to be pumping. All that blood's going to be rushing there. It's a really good workout for them. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.